Hi everybody, welcome to Radiant Guardians, welcome back. Please rock that like, subscribe and share for your girl, would really appreciate that so much. And also check out the description box down below. There you'll find 2 links to a meditation, a link to our Telegram chat group where you will find all the star seeds, way showers and light workers sharing a wonderful information and also sharing their stories. Alright, and everybody is welcome. The door is wide open for anybody to join, so you don't need to ask for requests to join the group. You just rock on in and make yourself at home. And also there is a link to Ismail Perez's website where you'll find his 2 books, The Cosmic Origin, Our Cosmic Origin, and The Secret Government, and also the courses that he has available. Alright, so yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. As for me, I'm doing perfectly beautiful and fine. Just gonna open up the window a little bit. There we go. It's a little warm. And so yeah, no, I've been so busy with work, and that's why I'm trying to juggle between work and creating content for you guys. So yeah, it's a bit tricky at the moment. Yeah. But anyway, I am still here. I'm still here for you guys, and yeah, we'll come on when I get a chance and be able to share information with you. Now, work is not consuming my life. It's actually what I love doing, and I want to keep myself busy. I want to keep myself very, very busy, and busy I am. I'm very, very busy with work. And so creating content and going to work is going to be a bit of a juggle, but I will still be here for you guys. And at times you might not see me on Ismail Perez's YouTube lives, but I will catch up on the replay, and but that's okay. And I will try to catch up with you guys even on the live chats, okay? It's just so awesome to be with you all, and I do miss you guys. I really do. And I, you know, with things that are happening so far, and you know, in New Zealand, I'll share this little bit of information with you. Now, there is things that are happening here in New Zealand, and that moment in time is shifting, where a lot is going to be brought out into the open, especially to do with Dr. Doom, okay? Now, there is news that Dr. Doom is in big trouble with New Zealand, and because of the negligence, right, of a lot of people getting this, yeah, there's going to be a number of arrests are made, and there's going to be legal court situations, going to court, making arrest, and it's all going down, guys. So yeah, New Zealand is shifting gear, because all around the world at the moment it is actually happening, and we don't want it to be happening behind the scenes. We don't want it to be done in private. We want to be able to see these things on the news, right? We want evidence. We want evidence, and we want to be able to see that these people are getting arrested, and they're getting arrested because of their genocidal plan that they had for great humanity, right, from with Dr. Doom. So we want to be able to see that evidence, because for us and for humanity and for the globe, it is justice, okay? So it's justice not only for humanity, but guys, for all the children too, for all the babies, for all the children, and all of them, you know. So we want evidence, and we want to see proof, and we want to see things that, you know, these people, you know, that are so corrupt, so evil, so wicked, right, with their plans and everything that they have for humanity. We want to see some evidence, and we want justice, okay? Alright. Anyway, so I thought I'd just share that little bit of info with you before I delve into this article that I've got here. It is a message from KRYON. So I'm going to share this with you guys, and please only take what resonates for you, okay? If this message does not resonate for you, then that's okay. Maybe you come back in a little while, or maybe a couple of days, maybe a month or so, when it may resonate for you. But if it doesn't resonate for you, that's fine. Also, do your own research, do your own homework, okay? Have a look at other information. And yeah, always do your own research and homework, guys, and only take what resonates for your highest purpose and good, you guys. Okay, alright, so let's just delve into this. Alright, so after this I've got to go to work. So it's from here and off to work I go. Oh, but I love it. I love being busy with work, and I love creating content for you guys. And yeah. Alright, you guys. So this channeled message from KRYON is by a guy called Carroll. And this was, yeah, March. So it's quite recent. Greetings, dear ones. I am KRYON of Magnetic Services. Is Star Wars real? What a question. Yet again, we say to you. There will be those who say, well, of course not. That's just in the movies. You might be surprised. I would like to give you some information that we have given before in certain ways that might be interesting to you. But it really does talk about the history and the positioning of your planet in the galaxy, and the timing of life even. Before I talk about that, which is life on other planets, or in the galaxy, or perhaps yes or no, were there wars in the galaxy that would resemble what you had in your movies? I want to give you a premise in 3D that truly you will understand. All of you on this planet, even the ones who don't have children, understand about children. When children grow up, hold on a second, all of you on this planet, even the ones who don't have children, understand this about children. When children grow up in a family, they start with a clean slate. That's very disappointing to many parents to find that the children will then go into things that are, or what would be, let's say, lower consciousness, that they were taught, that they would go into pushing and greed and bullying and all the things that little children do, because that is the evolution of consciousness that is common to humans. And it's true. As the children grow up, they go from sweet little things, and then they become a little older, and then they are pushing and pulling with their siblings and yelling that he had or she had, more or less. Sometimes it's difficult. It is difficult times, even in the most joyful times, birthdays, Christmases, and where they would push and pull. They go into other stages, and then they grow up, and they become perhaps a little rebellious. Then they have to go into their own world and do the things that they only do because they don't want to be like their parents. This is all growing up. But I want you to take a look at what happens in that, which is cognizing of a consciousness that is then eventually mature. Even in their 20s, some of them are still rebelling, going to school, perhaps even in high school. They start to experience the others who will become bullies, the others who will become perhaps greedy, and all of the, you would say, attributes of humanism present themselves in this evolution of consciousness as they grow up. And then finally, their late 20s, perhaps in their early 30s, something else starts to take place. Now they have arrived and can make decisions on their own, truly. And some of them become best friends with their parents, etc. So what you see, even when you take a look at the 3D episode called Your Children Growing Up, you get to see an evolution of consciousness. Now, I want you to remember that. We have told you in the past that the history of your planet is fairly unique. The actual when did life begin on planet attribute is a bit unique. Your planet is as old as the galaxy is old. It's not newer or older, and yet there are certain attributes of what happened here that are different. If you take a look at what you have called the origin of the universe, the billions of years to make the planets that are there, you start to see that there is a semblance of order that is in timing of just about everything. Everything is about the same age. But what is different is this. At what point did life start on the multitudes of planets that allow for it? Now, let me just say, or let me just stop right there. If you don't believe this, this is now science who have discovered literally thousands of planets that are very much like Earth, that have the attributes and that what they call the Goldilocks zone, which means that the heat is right, the gravity is right, much like Earth, even some with water and oceans. So you have the attribute right away that you did not have maybe 20 or 30 years ago. There are planets, thousands of them like yours, planets in general. There are trillions of them. Most suns, the dots in the sky that you see, have planets. And so you have the option, and you would say, the opportunity for life to start all of those just like they did here on your planet, with the same physics, with the same chemistry of the galaxies. There was then the same opportunity for life to begin like it did here, and in that it began. But dear ones, it began very early, while Earth was still basically getting started. We have told you this before, that on your planet you had up to 4 to 5 starts of life, and then it was stopped, perhaps not determined or terminated, but had to start again for attributes that were common to this planet. You start to ask those who study the planet. They'll tell you about it. So this is not something that is an esoteric idea. This is your science. How long did it take for life to start? You go or you got a late start, not just a little late, but by millions of years late. And that is the way it worked. Around your galaxy, there was already life that was starting, and it was starting to evolve. And so now back to the children. How do you think life started? I will tell you. It started with the same energies yours did. It started with old energy thinking, with greed and wars and all of the things you've experienced, even within your own history. As the consciousness, you say, or you might say, of the galaxy evolved, and when those multitude of years, many of those planets, they had the technology just like you have. The technology through the discovery of physics, just like you're discovering physics now. And there were Star Wars, indeed, much like you see in the movies. Perhaps not quite as 3D as you are, but definitely those who would have up to the horror of genocide to another planet. Star Wars was real. I would like to tell you something that you should remember. They grew out of it because consciousness evolves, and the longer the planet was there, one or two things happened. They either destroyed themselves. You can see that. You can understand why. And some of them did. Or they made decisions to grow, and in that they had a higher consciousness and started to realize there was a creator. You realize that most of your earth believes it. You're on track with that. And in that, they started to examine multi-dimensional things. They found much that they never expected was there. They even realized they themselves were part of a grander plan. Not all of them understand this. Not all of them became that which you would call spiritual. It's not spiritual. They didn't join church or churches, dear ones. They simply awakened to a larger truth of the way things worked. And in that, some of them became what you now are calling ascended planets. Some of those who would visit today would say are angels. And so all over the galaxy there are planets that understand and know a very, very high energy ascension status. And in that they have the abilities through the energy of consciousness and the understanding of physics to actually visit other planets without vehicles. I have told you that. There are still some that didn't quite get there, and they are visiting with vehicles. You cannot assume the consciousness of any of them as they arrive and speak to you. There is a whole story about that as well. That's not the story we're telling you though. What we're telling you is that they, on the scope of the galaxy, the ones who have gone into ascension status and understand what is going on, are your star family. They are the ones that came 200,000 years ago and gave you the 23 chromosome attribute and setup, whereas everything was 24 before. Even science looks at this and squints a little and saying, how could that be? Right? They squirm and then they say, how could that be? Somehow an intervention occurred and you have 23. And so in order to get there, this galaxy had Star Wars. Yes, they did. Warring with themselves, even up to planet against planet, and even into that which would be the horror of genocide. and they passed it. Dear ones, they passed it. At some point in time, they even threw away their weapons. Are you getting this? Are you truly getting this? You are sitting as a planet ready to go into a particular mode of no more war, of starting to understand dysfunction. A battle of the dark and the light is occurring between consciousness and those with the compassion and understanding against those who want to keep it in a very old Star Wars energy. Yes, it did happen, and it happened in your galaxy, but your galaxy got over it and passed through it. Now you have the same opportunity with this evolution of consciousness that is taking place. Light truly is winning. But in the process, there is the battle against the dark energy of old consciousness to get where you're going. That is the truth, and that is why I love you the way I do. And so it is. KRYON. Alright guys, there you go. Wow, that was amazing. Love these articles and the messages that come through our galactic families, right? Our galactic guardians, guardian alliances. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. But like I said, you know, take only what resonates for you. If you have any questions, bring those questions to Ismail Perez's live when he goes live and throw those questions his way. I'm just pretty sure that he'd be more than happy to share that information, and he has on other videos mentioned that, you know, Star Wars used to be a thing back in the days, and it did. I've made other videos and talks about all the wars that took place, not in heaven but in space. So anyway, go look, check out those videos, and yeah, made videos like that that just talks about galaxies, war in heaven and in space, right? Have a look at that. Alright guys, well that is it for now, and I really do miss you guys, and I hope you got something out of this article that I shared with you, this message that I shared with you. Yeah, so there's going to be times where I'll be able to get a video and content set up for you guys, and there's going to be times where I'm going to be very busy. So if you don't see me for about 3 or 4 or maybe even a week or so, do not panic. I am still here for you guys, and will continue to make any content that I get time to do. Alright, so I'm having to juggle at the moment between work and creating content and finding the time to be able to sit here in front of you guys and have a little catch up with you guys. Alright guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching, thank you for sharing, and thank you for liking. Alright, so if you like this video, please rock that like, subscribe and share for you girl. I appreciate all subscribers, everybody who shares, and everyone who watches. I love you guys. Alright, please drop some comments in the comments box down below. Alright, tell me your thoughts, let me know what you're thinking. Even if you want to have a shout out and say hi, I would really appreciate that too. Share some beautiful information with all the other starseeds in our chat group, and there is a lot of information in there. But however, always remember, only take what resonates for you. Alright, any information that is shared in our Telegram chat group between our beautiful starseeds, wayshowers and light workers and super soldiers, please only take what resonates for you guys. Alright guys, I love you. Alright, we'll see you on the next video, and take care guys. Alright, radiant out. Bye guys. Love you. Bye.